Can I say that on YouTube? So, today I'm going to be doing 10 facts about me. I think I have 11 written down, but who cares? We'll just get straight into it. First question is, what is my name? My name is Finn J. Pettybridge. Oh my god, wow, it's the name of my channel. I think a lot of my social medias and for a lot of the stuff I do for my band and my music career, I use Finn J as my name because I just think it sounds cooler and it's shorter and it's still technically my name. But yeah, so that's why all my social media is Finn J and stuff. Where am I from? I am from the lovely place of England, Surrey. Everyone thinks, especially from Surrey, everyone thinks London, England is this. Oh Roger, have you got my tea ready, darling? Not yet, Gerald, we haven't had brunch. But in reality, a lot of us are just normal.
We're just normal men. We're just innocent men.
But then, at the end of the day, what is normal? So, it must be normal. What am I most passionate about? If it wasn't clear about how much I talk about it, I'm most passionate about music and pursuing a music career. My goal is to be a rhythm guitarist and a lead vocalist of a pop punk emo band. I'm the lead guitarist in a band right now. We're called Amorous. We're on Spotify. We just released a song called How Would I Know. It's our first song. Go listen to it. I'll put the link in the description. Go listen to it. Here's a bit of it. I've also started another band which is still in the works right now, nothing's confirmed. We're trying to find times which I'll be doing lead vocals on, which is something I'm excited for because that's something I'm passionate about and want to pursue, and that's my main goal. Another thing that I'm passionate about is YouTube and just creating content and creating things in general. I think I enjoy putting my creative energy into something. There's a lot of video ideas I have for this channel which are all very random. My brain laying loose on a page and on a channel. One of my video ideas is I want to do a homemade horror movie. Just feel like it'll be funny and it just lets me express my creative freedom. I guess this is the other question that kind of links to this question, so I'm not going to count it in the 10. But is, who do I look up to? Can you not? I'm trying to film a video. Shout out furries. Who do I look up to? I think music-wise, who I look up to is Gerard Way and Frankie Iero. For like vocals, guitar work, stage presence. I think they're two of my biggest inspirations. And then Billie Joe Armstrong, I think, is another one that I look up to. Stage presence, just like that's what I want to do, is the rhythm guitar and lead vocals like Billie Joe Armstrong does. That's my kind of what I want to do. I think also going to YouTubers, I mean, I've spoken about it before in my first video, but Dan and Phil are a big inspiration for me. The style of their videos, how like unapologetically themselves they are, stuff like that. And then also, this is YouTube and music wise, No Offense is a big inspiration for me. I think the way he does his YouTube and his music, I kind of have the same humour as him, and the same kind of music styles and inspirations, and that makes him a big inspiration to me. My hobbies and interests include guitar. Is a big thing. I mean, I've got all my guitars back there that you saw in my last video. But I think playing guitar is a big thing for me, and if I could spend most of my time doing that, I would. Another thing I do is I collect a lot of random things. Like one of the things I collect is Funko Pops. Here's a few of my favourites. This is Bobblehead, Ahsoka, Anakin Skywalker. I also have Billie Joe Armstrong, 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge, Gerard Way. Another thing I collect is CDs. Here's a few of my favourites. I have Dookie, A Few of You Can't Sweat Out. I really want to get Pretty Odd, but I don't have that yet. And then I Brought You My Bullets by Mike M is one of my prized possessions because I spent a lot of money for a CD on that because it's rare. But here's a few of my CDs that collect. And if you want me to do a full CD video where I show you all my CDs, then I'd be happy to do that. And magazines, I mean, I showed a lot of mine in my last video, but I realised a lot of them I still have a lot in storage that I don't have. But these are some I bought the other day. I have a Linkin Park one, Panic at the Disco one. I just hit myself in the head. Panic at the Concussion. Panic at the Disco one, and then this My Chem one, which I think was cool because it goes through all the eras and it has like all the way up to conventional weapons, and it goes up to quite recent, which is quite rare for MCR magazines, which I think was cool. And another thing I collect is Pokemon cards. I mean, I have tins upon tins upon tins upon tins, and then I have a bunch of binders, and then I have a bunch still in storage. I love Pokemon cards. I can do a story time on the time that I went to Brighton and spent £150 on Pokemon cards. Next question, kind of changed the subject a bit, is what's my favourite food? Anyone who knows me knows my favourite food is Chinese. Chinese is the way to my heart. If you want my heart, give me a Chinese. My favourite thing from the Chinese is a honey chicken or a sweet and sour chicken, Cantonese or Hong Kong style. And then my favourite drink, I think it's a new drink because I've only really seen it recently, but I've had it a few times. Pepsi cream soda is actually like to me. Can I say that on YouTube? It is that good. I would lick it off the king. I need to think before I speak. My dream holiday destination is probably Japan. I get very overstimulated on holiday, and the sun and the sand and the water, I don't really like any of it.
I don't like sand.
So I think Japan's good because it's not too hot, and it's also, there's a lot of culture and a lot of things that I think would be really interesting for me to experience, and that's something I want to go and see. I mean, I'll get into it a bit later, but Kill Bill I've watched recently and is now one of my favourite movies, and a lot of that is based in Japan. I'm also a massive fan of Pokemon. I like some anime, and I think just like culture-wise it's really cool, and I think it'd be a great place to visit. I think kind of linked to that question is where have I been already? I've been to, when I was 7, I went to Florida, which I don't remember much of it, but it was really good. We went to Disney World, Universal, and we saw an armadillo in a bush. I can do a story time on that as well. I've been to Greece a few times. I've been to a couple of different places in Greece, and then I've been to a couple of different places in Turkey. But yeah, holidays, very hit or miss for me. And I sound really ungrateful. That's not what I mean. My family's on holiday right now because I didn't really want to go. But I get the house to myself and I get to vibe out, so be as loud as I want. I can play guitar, I can watch movies, I can film YouTube videos. My favourite movies, those of you who know me will know that I'm a massive, you might not know this, I'm a massive movie nerd. Here is my Letterboxd profile. Go and drop me a follow. And I collect DVDs. I used to have like over 1,000 DVDs. It was crazy. I had like drawers upon drawers filled with DVDs. I had clear out, and now I just have my favourite movies on DVDs. But my favourite movies, if I'm in the mood for something emotional or stuff like that, I think my favourite movie in that kind of sense is After Sun. That's just one of my favourite. I've got a movie on DVD, but it is in storage. But Paul Mescal, one of my favourite actors, is a beautiful movie. It's really sad, and it makes you think a lot, which is what I like about movies. I've just realised I have a massive dent in my head here, and I haven't straightened my fringe today, but and my hair's naturally wavy, but I've got a dent here from where I was wearing my hat last night. Anyway, movies. My favourite movie to rewatch, which is a long movie to rewatch, but I have this on DVD as well, is Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. One of my favourite movies. Anakin Skywalker is one of my favourite characters of all time, and it's just such a great movie. Can't go wrong with Star Wars. We won't get into the sequels. I think a new movie, as I spoke about before, a new movie that I've watched recently is Kill Bill, Volume 1 and Volume 2, and I think that's solidified in my head as one of the best movies. I've rated it a 5 stars on Letterboxd, and just it's so good. Uma Thurman, Kill Bill is so good. One of my hidden talents is that I can complete a Rubik's Cube. Not very fast, I can do it in like 2 to 5 minutes. I've got my Rubik's Cube ready, and I've shuffled it up, and we're gonna see how long it takes me to film it. To solve it. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. I have to make sure I'm holding this up to the camera. Solved. Yeah, that took me, I think, just under 2 minutes. Let's go. What's a skill I've always wanted to learn? I mean, since I was little, I've always wanted to do skateboarding. When I was really little, I had this Buzz Lightyear skateboard that was about this big. It was really tiny. And then I had a penny board. I had a smaller penny board, and then I had a big penny board. And then I had a skateboard. I kept it, put it in storage, and then I've got it out of storage recently. And I started, about 2 months ago, I started going out on my board a few times and learning, and then I just haven't really had much time recently, but that is something I want to learn by the time I'm 25. And that leads me into my final question. What are my goals moving forward? I have made a list for myself. Because I'm someone that struggles with anxiety, especially around the future recently, now that I've left college. And so to help with that, I made a list of things I want to do before I turn 25. I will do a full video going through my list, talking about my list, talking about how you can make your own lists, and maybe a separate video talking about mental health as well. But a few things on there include funding my own holiday, learning how to cook, learning to skateboard. So some are small little things, some are big things, like learning to drive by the time I'm 25, stuff like that. And I think another thing, my goals for the future are to do with careers and hobbies moving forward, which is keep performing in my band, do lead vocals and guitar for a band and try and pursue that, keep doing YouTube, upload consistently. Not upload what's popular, just upload what I want to upload, and if it does what it does on, if not, at least I'm having fun. And then I think my final goal is just to up my confidence a bit. I'm someone who's always struggled with confidence and been really socially awkward, but I think especially over the last year or so, I've got a lot more confident, and I think moving forward I want to keep that journey going forward, keep working on that. So yeah, I have a lot of videos in mind, some fun, some just talking to the camera, etc. But I think it'll be really fun.